What's poppin', Big Sippers? It's your girl, the Britney G.
And Notorious too. And you're tuned into another episode of AunTEA
Talk.
Talk.
All right, y'all. So let's get in this sip tea for today. So today we're sipping on two different wines. We have a pineapple wine and a blueberry wine. So we're gonna start off with the pineapple wine.
Okay.
I don't think it's bad. It's not.
It don't taste like a pineapple
Yeah,
at all. It tastes
yeah.
like Moscato or something.
Exactly. And I was just about to say it tastes just like Moscato. I don't really
Yeah,
taste no
no
pineapple. I thought
pineapple,
it was gonna be really sweet. I don't even remember what the percentage is, but 9%.
Oh, so it's gonna have us feeling some type of way. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
A little buzz.
So let's talk about these sponsorship opportunities. On TikTok, we have sponsorship opportunities for Black-owned tea companies, Black-owned plant companies, Black-owned aromatic companies such as candles, candle waxes, incense, anything that just get the aroma going. We're also looking for adult beverages and adult games.
And if you're a minority-owned business, we also have a tea shop that you can join where we provide promotional opportunities for people who have products or services, or if you're a creative, artistic creative, verbal creative, whatever it is, we have promotional opportunities. So if you're interested in joining the tea shop or a sponsorship opportunity, email us at untitalkpodcast@gmail.com.
All right, so tell them about our wine and park tours we got going on.
Okay, so this summer, Britt and I decided that we're going to have a park tour. One being, if you watched the previous episode, we were at the park. Today we're at the park. We just love being outside, and we've been experiencing good weather, so why not? So on record days, if the weather is good, you can catch us at a park within the Atlanta or Metro Atlanta area. And today we're at Rodney Cook Senior Park, Historic Vine City. So I know that's a lot. Just type in Vine City Park and you got it. It's right here on the west side of Atlanta, not far from the Bend Stadium and Northside Drive. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these check-ins. Get it to me, sis. What you got?
Okay, so a check-in that I have is how last Friday we actually had a study lunch, and it just is going to become a thing. So not even just entrepreneurs, but just if you just working on something, you just need to be productive. We came up with this thing where we just gonna go somewhere, find a restaurant to go to just vibe out and be productive and just still socialize. So that was a good thing. It was we had a really productive day, and we just vibed the fuck out. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. That's my check-in for today. What's yours?
Oh, shoot, you forgot about the part when we ended up getting drunk after the actual.
that ain't nothing. I was giving a productive check-in today, but yeah, it ended up being a whole day.
Yeah, a whole day. But for my check-in, I was gonna talk about the study lunch and how that was really like the height of my last week, and even outside of that, how I told you all, well, both our parents are older. So they have these different mentalities of security and stability. Like you need a job for security and stability. Yeah. And that's what they beat into us all the time. So I had shared with them at study lunch last week how I haven't even, my new business journey, I haven't even shared that with my parents or whatever. But after the study lunch, I called my mama. Of course, we were drunk. I was drunk, but called my mama, and we were on FaceTime for a long time. And I had went ahead and just let her know.
Oh, this is what y'all talk about. And I was like, what your mama was doing at that time? Okay.
So she was, I let her know, this is my dream. I understand, you want X, Y, and Z for me, but I can still have X, Y, and Z and do it this way. And usually she's very pushy or whatever, but what she said was, let us know what we need to do to support. So that was kind of like the green light. Granted, I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah.
But that was kind of like the green light for me to I'm doing, right now I'm living in my purpose. This is for me. She ain't give me no back talk. So
you need to do this now.
Yeah, she was like, let me know what we need to do to support or whatever.
That's a beautiful moment that we both was able to experience that during the same day, because you remember at the study lunch, my mama called me and was saying, would have kept going on with your master's program, you could have been graduating it too. And I'm like, nah, I don't have no desire to do that. I'm like, I'm on to something else. And she literally told me, and that's okay.
Yep.
That's okay. Do what you want to do. Cause my mama know, like, that's what both our parents know. We're gonna do what we want to do. And we're not gonna just go do anything. Like,
if it don't make sense, if it don't make sense, we're not gonna do it. But yeah, and then another part of my check-in last thing is, so one of my things for this year is I have a photo booth business, Vital Booth. And so one of the things that I said, like last year, I really took the time off. Granted, I was still doing events, but I wasn't really promoting anything.
Yeah.
And so I took the time to do a lot of changes to my brand, rebranding and everything. And so this year I said, like all the investments I put into my business as far as like the emotional, the financial, like all of that, like I feel like it's gonna really go up this year. But I also said, like, if it doesn't take off the way I need it to by a certain point, then I'ma just cut ties. And y'all, I just been getting these bookings back to back, and it be like the week before. I got a booking for my first wedding next weekend, next Friday actually. So yes,
I'm gonna be out of town.
Yep, it's next Friday, and I've been in the business since 2019, and this is my first wedding. So this is something that I'm really looking forward to. I just feel like it's a sign, like, keep going, like this what, like, cause literally all the bookings that I've gotten recently is like a week or two before the actual event, and them folks be when I say deposit, not even deposit ready. Shawty was ready to pay in full. Like, can I just pay in full? Like, so yeah. So that's my check-in.
That's a younger couple or the older?
Yeah, they're younger. Yeah.
And they getting a 360 or
they're doing the Vital selfie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's still good because you the nice little filter on there. Yeah, that's what's up, for real. But what I was just gonna say, to just piggyback off of how you were saying that you were pretty much ready to, if it don't go how you want it to go this year, you were pretty much to, wash your hands with it. But God, that was God, like, putting, reminding you, nah, this is your vision. You're gonna keep going, and it's gonna help you with your next.
And it wasn't just so like I wanted to stop it because it wasn't making no money, because it's making money. It was just more so of, I can use this money to profit to invest in my next business, like, because it's gonna require a lot. And while this account's in the way it's in, I might always just use that money, but shoot, I might just be able to keep going and start something new too. So yeah,
that's what's up, for real. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
But let's go ahead and get into the tea flip of the day, which is intoxicated. Again, we still going through this deck because this deck really lit as hell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you pop it off today though.
Okay. Solo. If you sent or received an email after you blocked someone, after you blocked someone, were blocked, take a shot. Well, first off, I ain't blocking nobody in no email, so.
No. If you block somebody on your phone and then you sent the email to them, or have you received the email for somebody that you blocked, that's what it's asking.
Oh. Dang, a long ass time ago.
Drink, my boy.
I'm talking about like before college, like when people still really use emails
to communicate.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah, we from that era, like. Damn, I remember that. Yeah, I remember me and somebody else used to email all the time, like.
Block his ass on Facebook, everything. I got something. I got something for you. I still know how to get in contact with you.
Let me just drink. Vote on who you all believe has the most unread messages. We already came to a conclusion about some shit like that last time.
Yep. Finish your drink if you have ever declined a call while with your significant other. Well, I'm not gonna finish my drink because, again, this is a beginning of the show and we have to have a productive show, so I'm gonna drink.
I drink too, cause I do that too.
And it don't even have to
if
be
you're not available, you're just not available.
Like, it could be one of y'all calling me and I'm like,
you're not available, you're just not available.
You keep getting those. I keep getting solos. You keep getting those.
Vote on who makes the dumbest dating decision. I don't know. I don't think neither one of us make dumb dating decisions. We both was relationship girls, and then, stepping into the dating world still wasn't a dumb decision. Fuck it, let's just take a sip.
Yeah. Why not? Last card, well, last pull for both of us. If you've ever had a whole phase, take a shot. I always say,
I ain't never had one.
I miss my whole phase, and I feel like I'm too old to even experience one. So
yeah, that was the thing too.
I always in a relationship. I couldn't even be a hoe, but
speaking of whole phases, I think they're detrimental to have. Just it is not even just a whole phase. It's an extra
detrimental
day.
a word to use?
Okay, well, I feel like it's very
something that you should.
Okay, well, yeah, it's very important to have, and it's titled the whole phase, but I really just feel like it's dating.
Yeah, it's
just dating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sis didn't even want to read that shit out loud, and I ain't gonna read it neither. Just know she got a drink.
What's funny is I ain't even realize I ain't read it out loud. I was like, oh, this me, goddamn.
That's messy.
They gonna want to know. I know y'all gonna want to know because y'all nosy.
Well, if they want to know, they need to ask us in the comment section, and then they'll find out. How about that?
How about that?
Give us a little interaction. But okay, so we're gonna slide on into our tea spills. For today's tea spills, we're just gonna talk about uncomfortability and sacrificing. You know, as an adult, that's just things that come with life itself. Like, you have to make those sacrifices. You have to, unfortunately, be uncomfortable in certain situations in order to get to another point.
Right.
So, first question is, are you willing to drop your dreams for your partners?
I would say no. I'm not willing to drop my dream for my partner, but what I will do is put it to the side for a while. Like, okay, let's focus on this. This is our main goal. We're gonna work on this together. I'm gonna help you get to this point, and then later on, like, I can go back to, you know, what makes me happy, or what's for me, or what is, you know, my dream. But to put it off, no, because at the end of the day, you're gonna resent that person. Like, oh, I did this for you, and that's not the type of relationship I want. Like, oh, I did this for you, or even when parents just be like, look what you did to me. Like, nah, you know. So nah, I wouldn't. I would put it off for a while, momentarily, but I'm gonna make sure I focus back on them, and I'm still gonna support my partner in whatever they're doing too. But it has to make sense. It's not I'm just dropping it just because you wanna, you know.
Like, you gotta come to me, and my answer is basically the same as yours. But you gotta come with a plan. Like
it gives me a valid reason
I need to know that this is something that's going to be beneficial
to the both of us, or for our family, or whatever we got going on.
So definitely not necessarily drop it, because spoiler alert. But if you watch Fresh Prince, no, Bel Air, like the whole thing with the auntie, Aunt Vi and Uncle Phil, like how she ended up telling him like she resented him or whatever, but at the same time he still said like, I was pushing you, but I ain't even gonna get into that, all of that. But she resented him because instead of continuing her artwork, she had to be that mother and take care of the kids, and you know,
wear so many other hats versus wearing one that actually made her comfortable and happy internally. So yeah.
All right. Next question. Why do we dim our light for others?
I honestly feel like people dim their light for others. One, because like, you may be fully like confident in yourself or what you got going on, but you feel like you're making them uncomfortable, or they feel some certain type of way, so you don't want to, you know, like, feel like you're just overpowering or over, you know, just being too much for them. And like an example, like, and it's really sad that things are like this, but sometimes, like, if you're just giving people such happy news that you got going on, they might feel like you're bragging. So you might just dim what, you know, your internal happiness, because you don't want to come off as bragging or whatever. But what I can say is, that ass, we ain't never had that problem. We ain't never had that problem.
And I, like you said, I do think people dim their light just basically to make the other person feel comfortable, like, so they won't feel uncomfortable. So I definitely agree with that. Next point. So I came up with some ways that we kind of make those sacrifices or put in those uncomfortable situations. One being we stay in situations too long. So that can be a friendship, a relationship, a job, whatever. And one, I know I'm guilty of that on all those three things that I just named, honestly. And with that, I just feel like that is one draining as hell because you're not living like when a friendship, a relationship, or a job, or whatever it is, whatever the situation is, when that shit has come to an end.
Yeah.
And that moment that from there, it just gets worse. It gets draining and all of that. So it's definitely unhealthy, I feel like.
I feel like I've stayed in situations for too long, and just like you said, in different things, in a job too long, or in a relationship too long. And once I get to that point where I just like feel it'll really come off bad.
Yeah.
Because I'm in such an uncomfortable space.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just giving off this super I'm already can be nonchalant to a lot of things, but I'm like super nonchalant or just give this bitchy ass attitude.
Yeah.
And it's just the vibe just
you can't help it though.
When you're over shit,
yeah, you dead ass can't help it. Like you can go in, like, for instance, with a job. I'm just gonna use job for example. I knew I had come to the end of the road, but I couldn't let go because of that security and the stability.
Yeah.
So like I used to have to tell myself when I'm getting up in the morning, like, all right, Silja, like, all it is 8 hours, like, trying to get myself. And before I even go to work, I got my whole, like, people even hit me up. Like, you remember I used to do car turn-ups in the morning. Like, people still be reaching out to me for that. And I'm like, bro, I don't work no more, so.
Yeah.
I'm not in the car in the morning no more. But, no, like, I used to try to beat that into me. And even still, when I get to work, like, yeah, I'd be good, like, the first couple hours. But after that, it's just like, oh, my God. Like, I was literally unhappy. But we stay in like situations like that because again, it's beneficial to us. Like it was security, stability, even in the relationship.
Yeah, I was just about to say
stability.
that.
Like
that's what you feel like you know how to deal with them, even though you might not be in the happy state at this moment. It's like you know how to deal with that person. When this person this is the triggering moment for this person, so I know how to handle that. And so a lot of times people stay in situations like that is because you know how to navigate around it, but you're uncomfortable. You're not fully happy. Like shit, sometimes when I gotta go to work, like I dead ass be like, y'all done told y'all done started this punch in the air shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh!
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm uncomfortable. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that out there. I'm uncomfortable, like just with working for people in general. This don't even have nothing to just do with my current job now. It's just I'm uncomfortable working for people in general. Like it just don't work.
But like I feel like you got an end game.
Yeah, I definitely have an end game.
You have an end game, so that's what makes it a difference. Like, yeah, that's what makes it a difference. And I will say, like, y'all don't think that it's selfish to let go of those things, like that job, that relationship. Because even in my relationship, like with my ex, like I stayed in it one because of the security and everything, but also because I was more concerned about how he would feel if I departed ways. Like, I didn't want him to be sad and all that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, like, I got to live for me and my happiness. So I had to realize this is not a selfish move. Basically, I was being selfish with myself.
Yeah.
I was being selfish with myself. And it goes back to dimming the light for others, like dimming my light for others. Like I was dimming my happiness, my comfortability, just so he could remain happy and comfortable.
Yeah. And that's when it really starts to get bad. It's because it's like I'm pouring so much into you to make sure that you're happy, and I don't feel like I'm getting the same. Not saying that they're not doing it, but I don't feel like I'm getting the same for myself. So it's like now I'm talking to you sideways.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at you. I'm just disgusted with you.
Yeah.
Like,
and it doesn't even necessarily have to be anything. It could just be like, I was growing, and I wanted to. My main thing was I wanted to learn Tilja for Tilja independently. Yeah. I've been in a relationship
your whole adulthood.
My whole adulthood, yeah. So I just wanted to be like, since I was 17, me and him was together. Like, yeah, I need to kind of figure, had to kind of figure things out. Like, who am I really?
Yeah.
And one of the best decisions I made, like, and me and him, we still cool, we still talk, like, or whatever. But like, that was the time when I was able to grow and become the woman that I am now.
And just to touch bases before we move on to the next thing or whatever. One thing I can say about the both of us, although I don't really say that we would dim our light much, because like just, you know, over the years just talking to different people, I see like a lot of people do that a lot.
Yeah.
Dim their life or sacrifice a lot for themselves, their happiness to please others. One thing about the both of us is we gonna do what we want to do, when we want to do it, how we want to do it, or whatever. And it comes off rebellious, but it's just, we just know how to make ourselves happy.
Yeah, that's all it is.
And in this year 2020 itself, I had what I said, 2020?
Yeah.
Damn, yesterday I went to the bank and I wrote on my deposit slip 2020. The lady was like, "You trying to take us back to the pandemic?"
Please, no. Well, no, that shit was a good ass time.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I told her. She was like, "Well, we can go back." I was like, "Well, nah, I'm actually elevated in life. I like where I'm going." But anyway, in 2022, I had two close-knit people tell me, like, I wish I could be like you in a sense. Like, it comes off like you this rebellious ass hard person, but at the end of the day, you do what make you happy. And I wish I could be like that. And it's not a selfish thing. It's just putting yourself first. And I don't know I don't know if this is with other cultures or other ethnicities or anything like that, but I know with black people, like,
Why every time you say black people or white people, you be like this, or you be like,
I don't know.
I know, granted, but every time we be like, you know, with us.
I don't know. But with black people, it's like, to put ourselves first, it comes off as selfish, or you only care about yourself or whatever, and it shouldn't be like that. Like, we should actually, like, now self-care and self-love is a thing, and people are getting more into it and tapping into that or whatever. But that should have been something we should have been doing for a long time. For a very long time. A lot of people don't know how to, like, fully love themselves.
We were raised to, like, and when I say we, I'm saying as a culture. We were raised to care for others versus caring for ourselves. Like,
we put that shit on the background.
We really did it, like, as a culture. That's how we were brought up. We didn't do therapy. We didn't do none of the things that really. We have parties and things like that, but as far as it concerns taking care of us and internally and all mentally,
we neglected to do that for years, for centuries, for decades. Like, we just it's always been catering to the next person first, and you can still do that, but still cater to yourself. Like, that shit is very important. Like, you really gotta do that, like, for real.
Okay. I actually like this topic. I didn't think it was gonna be. I like this topic. Okay, so next point. Sometimes we're being uncomfortable or, again, sacrifice our happiness when things or someone are bothering us. We just keep quiet.
Wait, let me read. You know, I gotta see some shit sometime.
Hold on, let me see. Then when someone are bothering us. So, case in point. And it's actually like one of the things. Okay. So, case in point, like, I have a friend, you know, and I feel like she did some grimy shit. And now I'm at a point where, like, I don't really want to deal with you or none of that type shit no more. But when, granted, like, I don't socialize her on a one-on-one or whatever, but in a group setting, I try to keep my distance or whatever. But it's just like, sometimes I feel like, bro, I need to let you know about yourself. But sometimes it's just like, I'm going to just keep my distance, like, and I'm going to be cordial. in the matter, you know exactly.
I'm so confused about who you're talking about.
It don't even matter. I'll tell you
Yeah,
later.
that's what I'm just over here thinking, but like, let me listen to what she's saying. But who the hell
I'll
is she
tell you
talking
later.
about?
But like, no, like, but I feel like that's also an adulting thing. Like, as far as just me being a bigger person and not being confrontational, because I know I can come off as confrontational when I do, you know, address things. But
I think it's more so you're passionate about what you're talking about. So when
And that's
we
the thing,
talk with our
yeah.
hands, we project our voices. We're not yelling, but we project our voices, or we get to doing shit like this.
Yeah.
But that's just how we
Yeah, that's how we talk. Like, even right now while I'm talking, I don't know if y'all can see my hand, but I'm like this. Like, that's just how we talk or whatever. And it can come off, or you know,
super aggressive
or whatever. So it's just like, instead of me being, or not even just that, I just don't want the whole aura amongst when we're all together. I don't want the whole aura to just be down because me and Shawty got, or not even bad blooded, but just like
It's some type of tension there.
Yeah. And the thing is, ain't no pressure, ain't no tension, ain't none of that. It's just more so of, this is somebody that I don't really want to deal with no more, but I know that I'm going to have to deal with because we fall within the same circle. So I make myself I ain't gonna necessarily say uncomfortable. I do kind of sacrifice. I sacrifice me letting you, telling you what's on my mind. That's
getting hot.
Oh,
Sitting in the sun.
and you know that's it'll say temperature.
Let me push it back so we
back
can
up.
read our notes.
But yeah, so that's like my take. Like, we keep quiet, we smile, and then we just internalize all of this. And nah, I feel like that's something that we shouldn't have to do. Like, I feel like that's one of major uncomfortability thing.
I can say I really agree with that. Yeah, I just fully agree with that full statement. Like, I don't even really have much more to say after that because of that full statement. I agree with it.
Yeah. But really, that somewhat wraps it up for our tea spill. We wanted to keep it nice and short today because, y'all, this is our second day trying to shoot this episode. So it's the morning time and we got things to do. So we gonna wrap this up. And Britney is gonna bring y'all the question of the night.
All right, so the question of the night today is, question of the day actually, if you and your significant other take a break, right, and then y'all decide to get back together, spin the block and get back together, do you want to know what your significant other did while y'all were on a break, such as were they dating anybody else? Did they have any flings or anything like that? Did somebody get in a relationship, or did you get pregnant, or did you get somebody pregnant? Would you want to know those things when y'all get back together? And I'm gonna go ahead and answer that. This one, I'd be like, I'm straddling the fence about it. And I don't know if it would really be straddling the fence, but it's a yes and a no.
That's a straddle.
Okay, well, it's a straddle. I'm straddling the fence about it is because if you were in I don't know if I really care to know if you had any flings, because you're human. Your flesh desires certain things. Like, so of course you're going to go get your rocks off. Or of course your human nature is going to want to desire, or to, to have some type of intimacy, or to just have some type of like connection with another person, right? So I wouldn't really care to know, like, did you talk to other people? Like, of course, you probably 9 times out of 10, you probably, especially if it was a break for like over a month.
Yeah.
I'm sure you engaged or interacted with other people or whatever. But something like a pregnancy or something like a serious relationship, I would like to know that, because if it comes back up in the future, I don't want to be, in the dark about it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But other than that, I pretty much would say, like, I don't really have to know. Like, we can just move forward. But if it's like something, or especially if you, like, if I'm in a relationship, just a given, and it's most relationship, you having sex unprotected. I do want to know if you were having sex with somebody unprotected. That way, for my own safety and for our safety together, like, I want us to both get tested together to see where it goes from there. But other than that, I believe that's pretty much all I would really want to know.
For me, I would say I think this is kind of a struggle too. It's not necessarily I don't want to know because me, I'm just like I told y'all previous episode, I'm nosy and it's more so I just want to know for my reassurance type thing. So it's more so of I would prefer to know. I just want to know because say for instance you end up messing with this person and then we out and about and this person is there and this person is just looking at me and like I'm like, damn, what's up? Do I got this bitch panties on or something? Like, so I would want you to like just be like, oh yeah, I used to fuck with Shawty. Like, let me know that. Like, let me know anything. Whether you had got somebody pregnant, whether you fucking with multiple. Like, I just want to know, and it's not gonna be anything against you or none of that because at the end of the day, that happened when we weren't together. But if we plan on taking it, I feel like if we're getting back in a relationship, it's something like we're reassuring like this is something that we want forever.
Right.
I feel like there's some things that I need to know, but again, I don't have to know every minor detail about every damn thing, but I do want to know those major moments.
Okay. So the question tonight, we do want y'all to comment that in the comment section. If you want to know certain things about if you and your significant other take a break and y'all get back together, will you like to know all the details about their intimacy life or their intimate life or their dating life or whatever? Comment that in the comment section. But now to you, sir. Okay, so how you said if y'all out together and you see somebody who they were dating while y'all were apart, do you want to know that beforehand or you just want them to address that right then, like immediately y'all somewhere and they see somebody or this person see them and that you would just want them to address it right then, or you want to know beforehand? Like
I mean, well, of course I wouldn't be able to say beforehand because he may not have even thought to tell me about this person until this person was in our face or whatever. So at that moment, like, yeah, just let me know and fill me in because bitches is messy, bitches is slick, like all that, and the way I operate, I'm trying to be. Well, I ain't gonna say I'm trying, cause that's a cuss word in my vocabulary now. Trying, but I'm in a state where I'm grown and I don't want to have to resort to violence. But baby, I can choose violence still, baby. He ain't done with me yet. So I still can resort to violence. So
he ain't done with me yet.
So let me know so I can know how I need to move. Cause bitch, I might just turn up on your ass or whatever. But nah.
With that, I will say the same too. Like, of course, like I said, I do want you to let me know, like, if if you were actually dating. So I won't think you were just out here just, playing with your thumbs or some shit like that. I want to know if you dating, of course. But yeah, if you see somebody, like, let me know, like, oh yeah.
Yep.
Before, I don't know what Shawty might be on. I don't think Shawty might be on nothing. But
just to let you know.
No, so it won't be no surprises.
And I do the same thing. Like, damn, I used to fuck with bro right there just to let you know because
I want you to
you gotta watch your back. Yeah, you like when you don't wanna be like, damn, like bro just keep looking at me, so just keep looking at me like what's they pressure? Like, now I need to understand they pressure because I'm oblivious. I don't like being oblivious to shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like to be that person lost in the sauce.
But I just feel like you want to be comfortable and you want your person to have that security blanket and know, like, it ain't no secrets. Like, if we plan on moving forward, like, it ain't no secrets with us. This is what was going on. Or even if I just mentioned you before in a prior conversation, like, well, this was shouted I was talking about. There they go right there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If you want to leave, we can leave. If not, we can just go ahead and continue
and
to vibe
that too.
out.
That's another thing. Like,
I want you to be fully comfortable, and I want to be fully comfortable if the shoe's on the other foot too.
Yep. So yeah, answer that for us. What's y'all perspective on that? And also, not even just that question tonight. I know we kind of rushed through the tea spill, but if you have any other
situations where it's you know you're
Where you're
giving your life for others
uncomfortable
or
or
sacrificing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just drop that in the comment section so we can elaborate on that. Like, from our perspective, like, because I love having that open dialogue or whatever. So, yeah, just answer our question of the night and tap in on the tea spill in the comment section.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into this vibe of the man. You want to pop yours off, sir?
I'll pop it off.
All right, we'll talk to him.
Since we on the west side, I'll pop it off. Hey,
East side.
Okay, so my vibe on the man is the Know For Sure podcast.
Okay.
And y'all, Know For Sure is B. Simone and her best friend Megan. And y'all, when I say what's funny about their podcast is we launched our first video on April 1st. I think they launched their first one
like
on April 5th. Yeah, on April 5th. But it just so happened it came on my YouTube, like my suggestions. I tapped in, and y'all, I'm addicted. I tap into a lot of podcasts, Pour Minds, Cocktails, like all these different podcasts. But I think they have become my favorite one. And it's honestly because they are best friends. Like, they're very, 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 very relatable. And all the other girls are relatable too, but I just really they really remind me of us in a sense.
I felt it too.
Yeah,
when I was
like they remind me of us. But specifically, I wanted to refer to episode 8. And on this episode, they talked about manifestation game. So I sent it to Britney, and I was like, I think this is something that we should incorporate, into our day-to-day lives, like, or whatever. And basically, the manifestation game is whatever it is they want to manifest, they just have a conversation. Yeah, a conversation.
Just randomly start
talking
about
as if it's already in the works. So, yes, like I said, this is our second day trying to shoot. So yesterday was our first time, like, after we realized we weren't able to shoot in the park because of everything that was going on around us, we ended up just chilling out at the park, and we ended up running a manifestation game of our own. And yeah, I think, should we get them an example? Okay, so, and y'all can catch this on that episode too. But so yeah, this new business of mine, baby, it is booming like hell. Like, it's so much going on, but I'm happy for it. Like, I have T.I., he want to come through. I got goddamn my fave, Jasmine Sullivan. She's trying to come through, so I'm finna try to work some so I can ensure that she's there. But the only thing is that going back and forth.
But what about your assistant? Isn't your assistant trying to stay put out there now?
Yeah, so she's in the works of solidifying that, but I mean, like,
those are people you actually want to meet and be there.
Yes, I want to be there for them.
So just take that day trip.
Okay.
Take that day trip. I know you got some other shit you working on, but you just got to take that day trip because it's an experience, and to actually see, like, on your social media page for that you were actually there when these top-notch celebrities were there, man. That's lit.
Yeah.
Girl,
I'm excited.
That's lit as hell.
I'm excited. I'm gonna meet Jasmine Sullivan.
Bitch, I'm coming too. I'm on tickets.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go buy them all. Then we fly first class. Fuck that shit.
I buy the tickets and we get road trip or whatever. Like, I'm in it. Like, I'm not missing it. Like, I just pray to God I don't got something going on this same day.
Yeah.
But I'm making it happen. Like, I'm there to support you 100%.
I appreciate that.
Yo. Sure.
But that's an example of a manifestation game. So you just
speak it into
existence. Like,
that dialogue we just did, that was just on the fly. From the dome. Like, that was us manifesting it, brewing it right here. Like, that's her goal. She told y'all earlier in the episode she got this new business plan that she working on, and she still need them celebrities to pop up in there.
It ain't even gonna be need. They gonna be popping up in there. They gonna be popping up in there.
I'm rocking with it.
All right. So
I like that.
What's your vibe of the man?
So my vibe of the man is also somebody who I just sent to you last week. I don't really know if her name is Rebecca or is it Raybecca, But on Instagram and not Twitter, but Instagram and TikTok, her name is Rebecca. The girl the African girl that I sent you.
Oh yeah, and
freestyling.
she's supposed to be dropping that song.
That song, yes,
Yeah.
I followed her and everything. Like,
Oh,
but her name is Rebecca on Instagram and TikTok. And I was just scrolling, and she came up. Her friend she was with, and it really what really stuck out to me is she reminded me of us, like how it's us and then the dudes.
yeah.
But not on no promiscuous type stuff.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Till and I, like, we are the ones that kick it with dudes.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because we from Till, y'all already know. I'm from the east side, Till from the west side. We didn't go to high school together. I never knew of Till in the city. She never knew of me in the city before we went to Savannah State.
Yeah.
And we just clicked because we pretty much like the same person. Like, we that Tom girl, home girl that kick it with the niggas.
The homeboys.
We with the boys. So first it was her, Rebecca, and then her homeboys, because whoever it was, she was just about around an entourage of straight niggas.
Yeah.
And she told them, like, it started off like, y'all ready?
Uh-huh.
Give me some words. Whatever words y'all gonna give me, that's what I'm freestyling. It was a freestyle, and now she's about to turn it into a song. And when I tell you that 60-second freestyle was it, like, I just love the energy that they gave. Like, they were just, like, all up on her when she was saying something. Just saying, I'm always trying to live. Like, they was coming with it. They were just so supportive. Like, I just love it. And I just, from that video, I sent it to T. Like, oh yeah, she fire.
Yeah.
Like, she really is fire. Like, I started playing just that 60-second clip. I can't wait till she make it a song, but I done started playing that 60-second clip throughout this week, like just to hear it, cause I'm like, shawty vibing. Like, she got this auto-tune type voice, but it's like
it's her natural voice.
It's her natural voice.
Her natural voice.
Man, yeah, shawty, like,
yeah.
She really.
She's African.
She's African. I can just see her. I'm gonna manifest this for her. I can see her coming over to the States and just really blowing up. Like,
yeah.
So Rebecca, we'll also drop her social media handles in the description box too. But that's my vibe on demand.
We got some good vibes on demand. Like, not saying that we don't ever have like good vibes on demands, but we're able to just really get in depth about our vibe on demand. It's like for real. But y'all already know that wraps up another episode of
AunTEA Talk.
And if you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe on this video. And also, I really want y'all to comment, because like I said, this was a kind of rushed video. So
I don't think it was rushed. It was just meant to be simple and short.
Yeah. It was a short one. But I do want to get other
aspects,
other aspects as to situations where we're uncomfortable and we're sacrificing, so we can have that,
so we can just get other insight. Like,
yeah,
oh, I didn't even think about that, or this is a good way to think. Like, we really want that open dialogue.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comment section. Make sure
also,
you share for us as well.
Also, hit on that question of the night too, because that's a real good one too. Hit on that question of the night.
So the tea spill and the question of the night, we want y'all to talk about it in the comment section.
All right. But until next time.